Those of you who know me, I run a business, a new business that was started last year, February 2020, just a month before COVID hit, or the first case was announced in Kenya. So I have been a freelance makeup artist for about 9 years. I started doing makeup in 2013, but I used to do it as a side hustle, is a hobby, something I used to enjoy, something that when I was bored, or something that was my business when employment was not working, I would jump back to. Until last year, when I decided now to run it as a business. So I am a makeup artist and a makeup trainer. I do train women how they can learn to do their makeup easily, fast, and incorporate it especially in their busy schedules, because most people think you need to take 1 hour to do makeup in the morning. Well, if you come to me, you will get to know you can do makeup within 15 minutes. So today's story is based on that, how I opened my business, and just before that, how much drama, hustle, heartbreak, tears. Oh my goodness, the tears, giving up that took for me to be here today. I hope you enjoy this video. My name is LIKA. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I do content on beauty, motherhood, and motivation. So if this is your kind of content, kindly hit the subscribe button, follow that notification bell so that every time I upload new content, you get notified. Just a story that I made, I think either a week ago. I was fired twice in 2019. So, 2019, after being fired, so I got fired in June, around June there, I think the first week of June. So I go back home, of course, I'm heartbroken, giving up, because anyway, I have a young child and I need to provide for the child, but nothing is working. Employment isn't working. I had tried coming back to my talent, like I called it, and it wasn't working on social media. So now I'm just at home, a housewife, seated. But that is not me. I'm not enjoying being a housewife. So, of course, I think I also just got a mild depression at some point, because I used to lock myself in the bedroom. I used to cry. My friends used to call me. I never used to pick up. My friends would come to the house. They would knock even at the bedroom. I would not even open for them. I was moody. Did I hate my child? No, I didn't hate my child, but I would let her cry sometime for longer than normal. So yeah, it just took so much out of me. So around August, was it August really? No, so just there, before August, so between June and July, I got my friend came, and together with my husband, we were just talking, and he had come just to visit and visit the baby, and we were just talking. Then he asked us, hey, you guys, have you ever thought about opening a business for makeup in town? Like, there are really so few people who are doing it. The ones who are doing it, they're just doing it to be buyer, and even the prices are just too bad, too low. And it was like, you know what, I see like you do a good work, Lily. See, ujaribu tu hiki tu kidogo uone kama. And then I was like, we were like together with my husband, Aki, this is what we have decided to do, but we do not have the money. So what we are doing is we are planning just to save pole pole, and when it gets there, then we'll look for a stall in town. Our budget is like 15K a month or less, like 12, 15, and our whole budget is something like 150 to 200K. So that is what you are looking at saving, so that you can be able to start. Where? Sasa, see, we were just left there, just that, hey, there's a business for this thing, and we need to really get into it before time runs out. So we were so motivated about saving and saving and saving, just to meet that goal. But devil ni nani? Like, shetani, by the way, I hear like even the devil performs his miracles, and I'm starting to believe it's true because this is what happened. Sasa, chata nikae vizuri. So there was this guy that I used to work with kitambo. That was in 2016 ama 2015, thereabout 2015 ikikuja kuisha ama 2016. I met him through a friend. He was a photographer when I met him, and he was doing specifically model photography. So my friend was one of the models. Na I think alimwambia, by the way, since I want a makeup artist, niko na beshte mwenye anafanyanga makeup, maybe you should get her contacts, talk to her, get to understand like how much she can be charging us, and she does very good work. So that's how we met. And when we met, we started just working together from then. So tukafanya kazi, and then we ended up I ended up being employed in 2016, where I said I was fired, and then I got pregnant 2017. I delivered my baby 2018. So in 2019, I got fired the second time from that same place, and here I am now trying to chase my dreams. So on Facebook, social media, that is where we met again. I had deleted his number. A lot had happened in our lives, tukakosana. I think alikuwa tu mtu mdoji. I don't want to call him doji because that is not what I knew him as, doji, before, but I think ni wale watu wa too much talk and you talk too much but act kidogo. So wewe ule msea nitafanya ikifika saa ya kufanya, actually there is nothing. So that is how I knew him. So see me nikafika point like I feel like I need to move on with life. You can't keep just moving on, unanibeba wana hapa. So si tukaachana. Then 2019, social media, Facebook, akani text, hi, mi ni nani? Kamjibu, hi, hey, how are you? I'm fine. How have you been? How is life? How is nini? Akanisho, life imenitandika. And not kunitandika, of course, money-wise, but he was going through a lot, honestly. And I was like, me, ule caring, motherly kind of person. I'm like, oh, yakipole, usijali, if you ever need anyone to talk to, I'm here. Wrong move. So this guy, akaniambia, by the way, that's good. I am my friends ever since so such and such a thing happened. Walinihepa, I lost friends, nini. I don't feel like I have anyone to talk to. So I'm glad that you're here, and I'll be talking to you. Mi ni ule msee mzuri, nikamwambia, by the way, even I'll be coming to Saidzangong Road because I'm naenda kushukwa my hairstylist anapanga Saidzangong Road. So if we can meet after nimemaliza kushukwa, then that will be good. And he was like, it's okay, it's fine. That day kashukwa, kamalizwa, kamwambia, by the way, hata ninatoka, I'm headed towards such and such a place. So si akasema, okay, I'm even going there. Nikafika mbele yake, na I think I waited for almost another 30 minutes. Akafika eventually. So tukakuja, tukameet, tumeketi, tumepiga story. Nikamuuliza how he's doing, how is life, what happened, vitu kaa hizo akanielezea in length. But that is not the main story for today. So, of course I sympathized because it was not a good thing. So, in just that conversation, akiniuliza how am I, nikamshow, I'm good, nini, nilikuwa na job but nikafutwa. So, akaniuliza what am I doing? So, now nikamwambia this and this and this is what my plan is, and that is what we are trying to do. Mjamaa kuniambia, ebu tell me that story vizuri. So you see, I get excited. Kaanza kumwambia, by the way, we are planning to start a makeup place in town. This is our budget for the rent, and this is what the idea is. Akaniambia, what is your budget? Nikamwambia, our budget is 200k. Akaniambia, hiyo tu? Guy, mimi nikaona hata, by the way, I felt stupid. I was like, hey, kwani pesa ni kidogo aje? So he told me, you know what? You go, sit down. Write for me a budget, write for me everything that you feel you need in that business, and then we will talk about it. Guys, I did not go looking for an investor. He offered to be my investor. Did I want an investor? At that point, hata sikuwa nimefikiria kama naweza kuwa na investor. My point was, my husband and I, for us to save money, we opened a place. So immediately he said, oh, go and do a budget. I started realizing, but then when I come sijaifikiria, I can have an investor. Like I can go approach someone and bring this thing together. So now it dawned on me that, yeah, by the way, nimekalia talent, huku niko na talanta and I can get an investor. So see, I was so excited. Tukamaliza, akaenda home, mimi nikaenda home. I was so excited to get home and tell my husband about this new venture. Hey, nikafika nimemkalisha chini nimwambia, by the way, kuna huyu msee fulani tulikuwa tunawakingi na yeye kitambo and he has told me we can sit down and do what? And come up with what? With a budget for this thing. We were so excited. Like tulienda tumelala kama we couldn't even think. We were so we knew that this is now the start of our dream. So me nikaamka the following day very early because I didn't have a nanny then. So I had to do my personal stuff, personal meditation, learning, everything in the morning before my baby wakes up. She used to wake up around 8 or 9 sometimes. So nimeketi nimeandika budget mpaka nimefikiria, by the way, now instead of just doing makeup, how come hata siwezi ingiza nails inside? So that budget of ours ya 200k ikapanda baka 450. Nikam screenshot here. I had written everything, rent, tools, miscellaneous, labor, hizo furniture and all that stuff. So I screenshot, nikamtumia. Akaangalia akaniambia, fiti, intelligent, brilliant girl. Simi nikajua hapa nimeshinda. Tukangoja. Akaniambia, when do we intend to start this business? Nikamwambia, by then it was July, ikikaribia almost August. Nikamwambia, I was thinking tukichelewa sana October. That was October of 2019, October. So akaniambia, isiwe shida. Kwanza in fact he was telling me September. Nikamwambia, kama tutakuwa tumemaliza hizo vitu September ni sawa, but I would really want for us to just get a good location and do what? Open in October. Kanambia, we need now to start looking for a location. I didn't have a house help. My husband is employed, so of course he can't stay in the house. What did I used to do? Sometimes I used to carry my child with me and live at my mom's, especially when she is back in Nairobi from upcountry. Sometimes I used to leave this child with my husband when my husband was off, because his off days, he used to have 4 off days in a week. So he could work 4 days off, 4 days at work, 4 days off. So I could take advantage of these 4 days off, and I could take advantage of when my mom comes to, of course, to see his husband, to wash his clothes, kitu kaa hizo, kimletea food. So of course she could come in, like every week she could come. So those are the times. The sacrifice, y'all, that I was making just so that I can see myself living this dream. Number 1, I believed this guy to the maximum simply because I knew him before. Number 2, the fact that he had offered to be an investor. Oh my goodness. I was so like, I didn't go asking. So this has to be, he saw something in me. Umsele potential kwa ude. So those are the things I believed in him. So I remember our first meetup. It was at Java. And we went, we sat down, we wrote things down, we agreed on a partnership, what he will be doing. I remember he's very good at accounts. He's very sharp, by the way. He's very sharp. So I gave him the maths part because me and Mao, I'm not dumb, by the way. I'm not dumb, but I just don't like numbers. I don't like numbers. So alikuwa afanya accounts. He's also very well connected. Like, I don't think well connected. He knows people. He can talk to people. He can approach people. Unlike me by that time, of course, I've improved. So I gave him also the marketing part, as in putting our name out there. So for me, I was supposed to be the face of the company. I was supposed to do the work. Of course, I'm the trainer. I'm the makeup artist. And just the day-to-day activities, going to meet clients and all that stuff. It was looking very good. It was looking very nice. I gave him, the agreement was he gives me full money, like the 450k, and what do? I give him part of my company. And I think I did give him a very huge chunk. Looking back at it, I'm like, what was I thinking? What was I thinking? That was stupid of me. But thank God. So, guys, to my meet Java. nimejibamba. My hopes are up here. God and me are like this. Huh? I am so motivated I can even leave my child just in the morning, come back in the evening, just for me to be able to chase this dream, be able to provide for her the best life. Tukaanza kutafuta locations, tukaenda Westi, tukaenda Parklands, tukaenda Langata, tukaenda, where did we go? We went in town, tukaenda, as in we went everywhere, tukaenda Thika Road, we went to USIU, those areas, tulizunguka, tukazunguka. We were getting good places. The places were either good, but there was no market, or the places were, there was a market, too expensive, and our budget was by that time around 35,000. So we were getting 40, 45, 50, some not even inclusive of VAT, some not even inclusive of hizo service charge. So rent nalipa sijui 60, 70. It's a new business. Town, among all the places, I used to think town is among the most affordable places. I couldn't get anything less than 45,000. Imagine. And the spaces were so small. So me, I'm here giving up because I'm so tired. I get up in the morning to prepare food, plan my family, plan my husband so that I can be able to leave the child with him at ease, come back late, sleep late, wash the dishes so that the next morning when I'm leaving, I have to leave at least things in order. This was August. September, we have nothing. So I almost gave up and I'm here. I'm like, wow, okay. We've been looking for houses. What are we supposed to do? Akani encourage, akaniambia, don't worry. These things ni kutafuta. Tumetafuta. So my husband one day tumekaa tu na yeye anamwambia, me I'm giving up on these things. Hata huko tao kwenye tulikuwa dhani tutapata cheap, hiyo 15k yetu my friend. Double, triple in fact is the minimum that you are getting. So my husband tells me, I remember kwanza we were washing clothes at the balcony. So my husband told me, by the way, hata umeifikiria kuangalia OLX? And I'm like, OLX, houses, kwanza. I don't trust these apps considering conmen venye siku hizi wamejaa, unaweza lipa rent huko upate umlipa rent kitu yenye hakuna. He was like, imagine jaribu tu, si utalipa. First of all, we'll go check the place, make sure they are legit. And I was like, if you're going to be with me, mi sina shida. Immediately tu akiangalia, he got a place at Hurlingham. I remember we had looked at Hurlingham, we had looked at Lavington, hizo places zote we weren't getting. Tukipata zilikuwa all fully booked. Tukipata ulikuwa unapata ni so too small, like very small, you can't even do anything with it. So Hurlingham, finally we got somewhere and I was like, haya, how come hata tukufikiria kuingia your side? So it was like, you know what, let's book an appointment with this, because it was an agent by then. Let's book an appointment with this agent, twende tukaione, and then we will come back. So I went with my husband this time because my investor by then alisema, yeah, yuko available. So si tukakuja, tuko na mtoto wetu jamani, tumeng'ang'ana na yeye, tumembeba. Tumekuja, tumeangalia place, aki imenibamba. Just when I saw it, I'm telling you, it was love at first sight. Number 1, it was the location. Number 2, it was the size. Number 3, it was the price. Number 4, it was the partitioning was just so cute. It made sense, yeah? It made sense for the kind of business that I wanted to do. So here I am, excited. Nisham called the investor. Remember, by the way, you need to check out this place. It looks nice, it is huge, and it is actually in our budget. So you need to come and see. Akaniambia, I will come tomorrow as we see the landlord. So you talk to the landlord, ujue ako available when, so that as I come and see the place, we can do what? We can book an appointment with him. And I was, thank you God for making me wait for 2 months to look for a place. And I finally got a cute place that I've always been praying for. So I told this guy, the agent, when is the landlord coming, because I would want to meet the landlord and talk to him, because I'm not coming into business by myself. I have a partner. He gave us a date of Wednesday. So Wednesday, tukaambia mjamaa, you know what, you need to come and you need to come early so that you can meet the landlord. The landlord was supposed to meet at, I don't know whether it was 10 or 11. The guy came, I think just a little bit late, but to meet landlord. The landlord, he's an elderly man. He's respectable, he is mature, and he is also those kind of rich, wealthy old men. So si tumemmeet. tumeongea na yeye immediately. Kwanza tukiingia kwa stairs we met two other people, akatuambia, you guys, if you are serious about getting this place, can you promise to pay by such and such a date, because hao watu wametoka hapa pia, they want the same place, but because you're younger and I like advocating for young people, I like pushing young people to succeed, I am really giving you a chance for you to tell me when can you pay. It's supposed to be 1 month rent, 1 month rent and 2 months deposit. When can you pay so that you can get the key to the place? Of course, I'm not the person who's removing the money, so I look at my investor nikamuuliza, buda, wewe ndio unafaa kusema story ya do, so when do you think it's actually the right time for you to pay, a time that you're very sure you will come, because as you can see, this is an old man, we are not supposed to just start lying to him. Akasema next week on Wednesday, so we give him 1 week, he's going to have the money. So the rent by then was 35. The person who was here before us was paying 37, so he said that ameshukisha to 35 because the place imekaa bila mtu. So tukamwambia I remember we were saying ikue chini, we go to 30. Akatuambia haiwezi kuwa 30 because it was even 37, so we are going to be paying 35 na yeah, but maybe for some time, if like for the first 2 months or 3 months, he can take us to 30 and then you go back to 35. So si mjamaa amepewa 1 week na amesema ni sawa. See me in 1 week, I know will be coming back, I'll be having the keys to my place. Aki, I was so excited. During that week, I may fantasize of how that place will look. I've been trying to see how, what kind of decor I will do, how will I arrange the place. And in my head, it just gone and gone and gone. I was so invested. Hiyo siku tumeongea naye during the week, ako tu like everything is fine. Tukaenda kwa gari nini, before we left that meeting, hiyo siku tulienda kwa gari, nikamuuliza, are you going to be okay? Akaniambia, yeah, there's some money I'm waiting for and inafaa ku check in today or tomorrow, definitely by next week we'll be ready. So me, I went home, my heart calm, at peace, knowing that we got this. So during hiyo wiki mimi nimepigia simu mafundi, nimetafuta fundi wa furniture, nimetafuta an interior designer at least anisaidie to come up with a concept. I'm engaging service people and we have agreed, because you're coming back to meet in the office before we go and pay the money to the landlord. We will be coming back to the office, the carpenter aone the space and what can fit where and where, and then the interior designer pia akuja anisaidie. Nairobi. So tulitoka Hurlingham on Wednesday, tumekaa Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, no communication at all. Hata hajaniambia but the door nimepata, we are good, how are you doing, are you excited about the meetup? Nothing. Mimi nikaanza, tunaambiwa by the way, you always feel when something is wrong. We just assume it. We always feel. And more so, I don't know how true it is, but it is said that women have that second voice. Like, it's so vivid, it's so there, but we normally just assume it. So mimi Monday ninajiuliza, bado niko na investor. So I even told my husband, like, say mimi ninaanza kumshuku. Do you know why? Because partners communicate, partners talk, partners motivate each other. If I'm the one who's just, hi, uko ready? Hi, do you have everything in order? And I have given you part of my company. We are going to be working together. This is money we are going to be sharing together. This is an investment. This is a brand that we are building together. And you hear no communication. Communication is one way. Nikaanza kufeel, hapa kuna venye. But I am so skeptical sometimes. So I was like, you know what, girl, just chill. It's just you being anxious and worried. So just calm down. Tuesday, hi, are we still meeting tomorrow? Yeah, nikamwambia, and then he's texting. Remember, there's no communication from him. Akanambia, yeah, we will meet tomorrow. Nikamwambia, don't forget kindly, the time is 11. Chunga, tunafaa kwenda kulipa rent so that I can come back and collect the keys. So I have a long day and sina house help. It was like, I'll be there on time. In the morning, I pass by, I pick up the fundi, we come together, he checks the place, he measures everything, he goes, I'm expecting a quotation from him. Kidogo kidogo, the interior designer comes, she gives me the colors that I'm supposed to be painting, maybe what I can put on the walls, what I can put at which corner, vitu kama hizo, just helping me to beautify the place. And I tell her, you know what, go and write everything down, how much it will cost, and then I'll forward it to my partner. It is around 10:40. My partner aja communicate. He's supposed to be here at 11. Ajapiga, but I'm like, you know what, let me just continue waiting. So niko tu bado na interior designer, tunapiga story. I'm explaining to her my dreams, how I'm happy, how I have a partner, how I'm excited, vitu kama hizo. 11:15 msee bado hajafika, na mcall, niko tu hapa tu na come. Akafika around, I think it was around almost a few minutes to 11:30. The first thing, this man has the audacity of telling me, Lily, niko na event 12, so tuharakishe. Mi niko like, you had a whole week to tell me you had an event, because it's not an event imeshtukia in the morning. Even if not the whole week, you had yesterday, the day before yesterday, to tell me that you are having an event tomorrow at 12. I could have scheduled our time and rescheduled it to be maybe 9 or later. So akanambia nafaa kuwa place 12. My queue ako Hurlingham, amefika 11:30. We are supposed to go and pay at KCB. Hiyo ni mstari. We are supposed to go to see the agent and sign the lease agreement at Ngara. And still this guy is telling me at 12 anafaa kuwa mahali. So I was like, you know what? Okay, the lease he can sign later. Hata pesa anaweza nipea sasa mimi niende. So ajanipea do, me was like, okay, we are going. Tukamalizana na interior designer, akaenda. So this guy tells me, let's go. Tuende. So me, I'm thinking we are going to the bank to withdraw money, anipe, nikalipe, because him is going. Or like just some transactions so that it will happen. Tunaenda, tunafika kwa gari, tunafika tao, tunashuka. Tunapanda gari za Ngara, tunashuka Ngara. And then we go to the agent and we talk to him. Agent anatuona, hey, you guys have been waiting for you, mmechelewa. Because I was calling him, wait for us, we are on our way. Pole tumechelewa. So this guy says he's supposed to be somewhere else at 12, but hataki kutoka kama hajatupea lease agreement. Because he had sent kitambo, tukasoma. So we were just going to proofread, change maybe whatever the mistakes we had. And then, now we sign. So tumefika, tumesema makosa, ametuuliza, anything, nakumbuka we negotiated up to 30, so alikuwa ameandika bado 35, tukasema tumepewa at least 30 for the few months, so do that, like change all that, and then we sign. So amefanya hivyo, ameprint, ametutisha ID, tumempea, ameprint, then he has handed us a pen for us to sign. Tukasign, we are excited. So me, I'm thinking maybe this guy akona do kwa mfuko. Yeah? Akona do kwa mfuko. So that's why hatukupitia bank withdraw. Mjamaa akasema, so the first the agent is waiting for money juu tumesha sign. Anangojea do. Mjamaa akamwambia, sasa kuna kashida. Sijakam na do, but I'm promising you Friday nitakutumia. We are on Wednesday, anasema Thursday, Friday atatuma. Tumetoka Hurlingham, tumefika Tao, tukatoka Tao, tukaenda Hurlingham kwa mlango before tuingie kwa agent. This guy did not think that I have the right to know we are not going to pay the rent that day. He has not told me anything. Ajaniambia whether sina do during our movement. He has not told me anything. So me, I'm here looking at the agent, feeling stupid also, because number one, I've wasted his time because we're supposed to be somewhere else. Number two, I have wasted my whole day talking to fundis, talking to Msewadeko, coming, waiting for him, moving all the way from Hurlingham to town, just town to Ngara, just to go and tell someone, angoje Friday, ndio tulipe do. Tungefanya hivyo na simu. I was so pissed. I was so embarrassed. I was boiling. And I knew, you know what, Lillian, imagine you've been right all along. You've been right. This guy is playing you. Tukatoka, nikamwambia msee, I'm sorry. We will come back on Friday. Immediately, we just go outside. Nikafika hapo nje nikamshow. Yani you didn't see the right to tell me all that way that you're just coming to say hatuna do? Unge, as your partner, where is the communication? How am I your partner if you cannot talk to me, if you cannot tell me things, if you cannot ask for my opinion? I'm giving you a part of my company, for Christ's sake. What is your problem? Hati, Lilian, si nimekupromise for chwani, nitakupea for chwani. It's a promise, usijali. Mi nikwambia, it's not about the promise, it's not about the money. It's about the relationship we are creating from the onset. Tushaanza kukuwa na communication barriers. How are you taking me to someone's place just to go and say hatuna do? Na umengoja mpaka tumesign lease, umengoja mpaka tumepeana ID. Why were we doing all that? Guy, I was pissed. Na akaniambia sana nataka kuenda. Akamwambia just go. Akaniambia I promise you by Friday I'll send you. And my heart just broke. I'm telling you, I was broken. Thinking about the so many times I've wasted time, thinking about the number of times I've left my child crying, because by that time aku amejua watu, so strangers, especially if it was not me or the dad, alikuwa analia kulia unless kama anabebwa kwa mgongo all through. So you can imagine my mom, what kind of stress she was going through, carrying a child a whole day and she has to do her own stuff. You can imagine just all that situation with your licking boobs and all that stuff. You're leaving your child just to go and hustle. Na msee hapa anakuchukulia jokes. Immediately tumeachana na yeye, I called the landlord. Nikamwambia, "Hi, Mr. So and so. It's Lilian. We were meant to pay the rent today, but unfortunately my partner was not ready with the money, and we had agreed that today was the deadline because there are other people who want the space. So this is me telling you that you can give all the space. I'm sorry for wasting your time, and I'm sorry for disappointing you and also not being a person of my word. And I cannot go on with this business because I was not ready to go on by myself. I was coming in with a partner, but I can feel my partner is not ready." And the man just told me, "You know what, Lilian, this is life and it is okay. And I'm glad that you have told me. You don't worry. If it ever happens in the future, then I'll be glad to talk to you. The best in your life and the best in whatever you do." And I was so glad that he took it positively, but I felt like we have started this relationship with him in a lying kind of base. I don't like lying to people. I don't like being a woman of not my word. I don't like just saying things that I don't mean. That is why I was disappointed. And I started going home. And I didn't cry immediately, but my eyes were teary even in that matatu, and I was disappointed and I was crushed. And my soul was just, it had given up, because I had tried this business before, it failed. I went to look for employment, I got fired, and then here I am coming back to do this business again. I didn't look for an investor brought themselves, and then they come and they are a scam. And I went home and I remember just giving my husband the sad news. Oh my God, I thank God for my husband. He's always there to receive me when my heart is broken. So I told him, "You know what, this guy, imagine, disappointed me just like I told you we will do." So yeah, I cried. He was like, "Don't worry, we shall just do it the way we wanted to do it." Yeah, so I gave up, of course. And in my head, honestly, in my heart, I had given up. But I just wanted to give him another chance, Let him call me back, tell me I have the money, it's Friday. Yeah, then you can do it. Mjama, he's quiet. That is Thursday, he's quiet. So I'm like, this guy, we're supposed to pay money on Friday. So I text him and I tell him, is this partnership still on? Because for someone who promised to pay someone on Friday, tomorrow is Friday and there's no communication at all. So are you still going to do it, or should we just cancel this thing? Remember, I had already cancelled with them, of course. So he was like, did he respond or did he keep quiet? I think he said, "I'm sorry" or something. He said ni pesa nilikuwa nangoja somewhere, but it didn't mature, but I promise you I'm going to give you your 450k. In my head I'm like, it is the urgency of time, because even me, I can wait 1 year, I will get the 450k. So for me, it was the urgency of time. Like, you made my dream look like it was going to be accomplished faster. Why did you come? Why did you come in the first place just to break me? So that is when I washed my hands. It even changed a whole perspective for me about investors. Of course, now it has changed, but he had destroyed that investor kind of mindset. Kabisa, like I was like, I will never ever enter into a partnership with any person. So, what did I even want to say? My goodness. Yeah, so the guy, after that Friday passed, Monday came, Tuesday came, Wednesday, a week, 2 weeks later, and I realized, you know what, I have to do this alone. I have to do this with my husband, just like we planned. We get money, we save money, and we open our space, just our 200K budget, kind of the budget that we had, the idea that was there in the first place. And yeah, so I gave up. I was heartbroken, but eventually I started looking at it at the positive way. What if, by the way, he was a scam? Of course, he was a scam. What if the partnership wouldn't have worked because he had a very big percentage of my company? So that would have been a loss. Working with someone who you don't even get along. What if you would have changed the culture of LIKA House and just started bringing people who do not buy into the culture of my business? The partnership was in case he wants to get out, in case any of us wants to dissolve the partnership, it has to go to anyone in the family. So he had chosen his nieces. So you can imagine it was going to be stuck with his family forever. And I'm like, maybe that is just what God was trying to avoid. Someone who was going to be a pain in my ass, someone who was not going to be beneficial to the company, the vision and the mission of the company. And the moment I started thinking about it in those ways, that what was God trying to avoid for me into getting into this partnership, I started getting my strength, my joy, my peace back. And eventually, I opened up LIKA House a few months later. Imagine, same place. Imagine I have the same landlord. So you can imagine the joy. And you can imagine even in my head and in my heart, how certain I know that this place is mine. Because how can a place stay August, September, October, November, December, January, February? It's a space in a very high traffic area. It's a space that is at a very good neighborhood. So I believe that this space was meant to be mine. And I believe it was meant to happen when it happened. That was 8th of February 2020. That is when God intended for LIKA House to be opened officially. But as to how I got the money is a story for another day, because it is someone who is so special to my heart. Apart from my husband who contributed the money, there is also the other half that was contributed by someone that I love dearly. I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope you got something out of this, because what I know is things happen for our good. Like everything on this planet happens at its own timing, and its own timing is the right timing. I believe that was my right timing. I believe even that is the time I was ready physically, mentally, financially, spiritually, because only 1 month after opening the space, then I got hit by COVID. It's a new business. You have invested almost all of your money. You're paying rent. You have utilities, like you have daily expenditure to do. And we are in 2021, almost coming to the end, and I'm standing and I'm still here, and I'm thankful to God and thankful to all the LIKA House fans and customers. I love you so much and thank you, and may the Lord God always bless you and reward you so much more so that you keep coming back. I hope you enjoyed this video. Until next time, bye guys.